Good morning. This is Grateful Ed. Hope you're having a great day. It's a great day to be alive, and I thank God I'm alive and able to make this video today and share my opinions about what's going on in the world. I want to say hello to everybody and send my love, and also, as always, a big thank you to everyone who's given me the benefit of the doubt when it comes to being able to voice my opinion and also to bring some balance and clarity on my personal situation when there's been a lot of disinformation campaign spread against me. And I want to say thank you very much. This is not about me, but I want to make that point every day. And also, the people who have stood up for themselves and spoke their opinion and have done whatever they needed to do at their level in order to, bring justice to a situation. Uh, Maybe stand up or speak up for a loved one who's been taken advantage of or hurt in some way in the community or anywhere, around the world. And, have done their best to break these generational curses that have been around us for so many years. So, like I say, there may not be a lot of glamour involved in that or whatever, but that really doesn't matter. Okay, when you get the how can I say it, the satisfaction that you feel you're doing the right thing, and it's the right time and right place to take those actions. So, I want to talk about today. I mean, you turn on the TV and you get hit with another gut punch on a different level, okay, on things that are happening in the world. But, the first thing I want to talk about again is the leak of these classified documents, okay, and I guess they're all over the internet. And, I heard someone on TV today, talk about either gross negligence or just total incompetence. Okay, the president won't even address this. Okay, you got China over here doing live fire exercises in South China Sea, close to Taiwan. Okay, and you got the United States military with their exercises in the Philippines. Okay, and it's a tinderbox. It is very volatile. And you got North Korea saber rattling. You've got, Biden's focus is on Ukraine and funneling as much money as he can of our tax dollars over to support some kind of operation that's going on there. Okay, I think the American people are getting lied to again. But back to my point. My point on this classified is he doesn't even address it. Okay. From my experience, just working with Top Secret, we had end of day checks, okay, and there was end of day checks where you had to go around and without ransacking through people's drawers, you had to make sure that nobody left any classified out on their desktop where it was, just sitting out there, right? And you had to do the checks on the safes to make sure everything was secure before the end of the day. Well, and we worked, not me personally, but we did work with a lot of classified documents in the organization. So, there was a guy who he had end of day check and he missed a classified sitting on someone's desk. Okay. And of course, everybody knows now you got your cover sheet on there, so and it's in red, so it's you can see what's happening. Now, what happened was normally with us, the rule of thumb was you're going to get Article 15 action on it. And, this guy, I forget his name, but I think he ended up at Right Pat also at one of the organizations because I saw him up and around in there, from time to time. But I don't know if he got an Article 15 or a letter of reprimand or something, but you're going to get some sort of judicial action or non-judicial action, I should say, against you, to let you know that this shit won't be tolerated. And like I say now, it's like, I don't know, they're handing them out like candy, bubble gum or some shit. People are just acting like it's la-di-da nothing. Okay, now, in the bigger picture of this, you got the own president who got classified material in his own house, in the garage, okay? And I think other places, I don't know, there's a couple breaches for the current president. Then you got Mike Pence, okay, the ex-vice president. He's he's had classified documents at his house. But when you come look at the standard with President Trump, when they the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago, he had a valid reason, for historical purposes to have those classified documents there. But of course, he's treated like a villain. Like this whole thing is set up to make Trump look bad. I'm going to pivot on that and come back to this classic. It's a disgrace, and it's also, it jeopardizes our national security. And at a time like this, to be so lackadaisical, perhaps it's meant to be, to show everybody how incompetent the administration is, and how that, how can I say it, lack of focus into the mission and national security when it comes to people handling classified material, whether it be military or civilian, or the contractors for that matter. It is, it's an eye-opener, and it's not only an eye-opener, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable on every level, because that's our national defense, okay, and that's our national security for the people who pay these folks salaries. Okay. So, I turn on the TV today and I see this fire in Richmond, okay, Richmond, Indiana, recycling plant. Lots of, it looks wicked, okay, and my gut reaction, I don't know all the circumstances, excuse me, but it looks like another chemical warfare attack, really, if you think about it. You've got East Palestine on the east side of Ohio. Now you've got the Richmond plant, or Richmond recycling plant, on fire on the west side, okay, in the middle, all through Ohio, okay. It's almost like poison Ohio, or poison everybody around it. But again, my opinion is that this is chemical warfare on a different level, to where the industrial complex is involved, okay? And you can, instead of setting off a bomb and having it relevant, or how can I say, not relevant, in your face that yes, a bomb was exploded, it's masked, to where, I don't know if it's sabotaged, or if it's meant to be that way, if they really set the fires, the train derailments, also if that's meant to be, or it's just sabotage on a different level where it can be masked as an accident, right? But in fact, it was meant to hurt people, destroy the environment, destroy the air, and really take out as many people as you can, So we'll see what happens, I just saw the briefing on that today. But again, my gut is that's another form of chemical warfare. And, the third thing I want to talk about today is, and I heard this yesterday, and it's boggling my mind how the deep state, okay, is running their operations, and the press is putting it out there like, oh, this is commonplace and this is just well and fine. When in fact, this is total bullshit, okay? So the thing about it is, what right does a prosecutor have to go back and sue a congressman, Jim Jordan, about trying to bring him in front and answer questions about bringing prosecution to President Trump, okay? remember, there's a lot of factors involved in this, and most people know or admit, look, this is a political witch hunt during a ramp up for a presidential campaign in order to, again, it's just another attack on President Trump. All right, so for me, he got no right. He's got to report up there and answer these questions, okay? I did not look up. I don't know if Bragg is a city prosecutor or what. I know he's not federal. Okay. He may be a New York State. I don't know exactly where he falls in the hierarchy there of the legal system. Okay. But either way, it really does not make a lick of sense to me. In order to, number one, try to run this phony ass narrative. Number two, he's just stonewalling, so he don't got to go up there and answer the question because he knows that it will not pass the smell test, and he knows that it's a setup, another setup on President Trump. Okay. So let me piggyback on that real quick. Okay. It's a setup against Trump. Okay. The judge is involved, okay? He's got a prior history with Trump and his bias towards the man, trying to run these never-ending legal battles against him, whether it be on his businesses, his taxes, just anything they can pull out of their ass to try to throw at them, okay? And then the correlation with his daughter, being a supporter, working on the campaign of vice president, okay? And all those things come into play. And they need to be, The mainstream media acts like Trump's a hater and he's attacking. No, he's standing up for himself. You know what I mean? Telling it like it is and opening the eyes of people so they can see what's going on with that, okay? Again, when it comes to this stuff, act like it's commonplace, like it's acceptable, right? So again, I say, what right does the Department of Justice have sticking their beak, okay, or making a decision to block or say to a recommendation to block a court rule? It has no right. They need to stay in their lane when it comes to that. That's a court ruling on the abortion pill, okay? So, I'm going to wrap up on this. There's a couple more points I want to make, okay? When it comes to these prosecutions, okay, the statute of limitations have expired, okay? And when it comes to the funding of campaigns, it is these charges brought against him. The federal prosecutors decided not to prosecute it because it won't hold up. And I suppose there's precedents, okay? Some examples were given the other night. But yes, it is, how can I say it? The federal prosecutors know it won't hold water, okay? The other thing is this attorney Bragg, he campaigned, okay, and got elected on the fact one of the things he's going to stand for is to take down President Trump, okay? And if that's not, stating your vendetta and your bias against somebody, I don't know what is, okay? So, when it comes to President Trump, there's been a long history, and it is my opinion, okay? It is my opinion for sure that ever since he left the Democratic Party in New York, they know the playbook, okay? He knows their playbook. He knows how they operate. He had to break away from that because he knows it's not right, okay? And he is the major threat, okay, to bringing down the deep state, not only on the Democratic side, but on the Republican side, and exposing every one of their false narratives and phony politicians, okay? So, this is a short list of things, but remember, they spied on his campaign, And they got General Flynn caught up in that. Okay, that's the FBI again. Same one that was raiding on the classified documents. Same one spying in on mothers who are giving testimony at the school boards, okay, on this critical race theory. So, he's the one to expose all these deep state actors and how they play a part in the political process, okay, keeping the truth from the people. They spied on his campaign. Always the Russia, Russia, Russia hope. I understand the campaign money went to pay for that Steele dossier. Steele dossier, Uranium One, Clinton's witch hunt. Okay, so again, she's a carpetbagger up from Arkansas into New York. So those two, I think he may have even donated to her campaign in the past. Okay, so I'm just saying that they know each other. And she knows that that's a threat to her. That's a threat to her program, and the kind of really communism that she's been trying to manufacture. I guess ever since college or whatever with her husband, in order to fool the American people, if you. And Trump can bring down that veil and that disguise on them. Okay, so there's the Mar-a-Lago raid. Okay, how about the impeachments? Okay, 2 impeachment, but they really weren't impeachments. They were impeachment attempts, and but it's framed as though he's been a president that's been formally impeached. Okay, and that's not the case. Okay, the spying in. Okay, on these. Okay, the spying in on the call to Ukraine. Okay, and then during that testimony, it was a wicked testimony, like he really, really did something wrong to breach national security. Okay, there was nothing wrong with that call, and I stand by that with President Trump because he was trying to work to bring some justice in, not only for the Ukraine and Ukrainian people, but also for the American and the American people. Okay, so and the other thing is the number of lawsuits and all the number of scandals. Like Stormy Daniels and this facade that's been going on for so long. So that's my opinion on that. I mean, they continue to ridicule and try to bring down President Trump, but in my opinion, he's going to use it against them. Okay, he knows their playbook. He's going to be the only candidate for president of the United States. He will get elected, okay, and he's going to make them look so incompetent. He's going to turn it right on them, and they're going to not know what to do, okay. Thank you very much. Have a great day. God bless you. God bless America, and keep on keeping on.